Okay. So are y'all seeing my screen? That's question number one, because I'm not seeing it on my side. So, all right. And it's the Nearpod. Okay. So this is how to use your online learning system real quickly. Um, if you have not used an online learning system before, or if you're questioning, well, how am I going to do my homework? How am I going to get to my classes? What am I going to do about my grades? I'm going to show you right now real quickly. So in Nearpod, if you would please answer this question. What do you already know about the online learning system, OMHS? For those of you that have been in TIVA, you probably know an awful lot about it. For those of you who are new, you probably don't know so much. And so if you'll just really quickly post those up, we'll take a look. Great. New to this kind of thing, okay. You know how to look at your schedule. It's online. You know how to get your schedule, okay. You're new, all right. How to see your content. Okay, so what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to screen share with you real quickly. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to learn about this online classroom. We're going to access and complete, you're going to learn how to access and complete assignments, your class messages and grades. You're going to know you've got it when you can successfully log in, complete your assignments, and find your course messages. And the course I'm going to use is the only one you should be seeing right now, really. It is the online learning course. So let me go on ahead and share that screen with you real quickly. What you're going to do is you're going to go to login k12.com. Now, you have a login and your learning coach has a login. And it's very, very important that you log in with the account that goes to you to do your homework. And that if your parent wants to go in and see grades and things like that, they use their account. Does everybody understand that? Okay, good. So when you go in, you're going to see your schedule, my schedule. That's your live classes. And then underneath that is classes. That's where you go to school. That's the building itself. Announcements is from TVA, and then it's showing me that I've got new students. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you will see by, first of all, going to my schedule. If you have any sessions scheduled, live sessions like tomorrow, you should see them here. You can look for today, or you can check out the entire week if that's what you want to do. All right, so that's where you go to find what classes, live classes are coming up. Now, you're going to see a list of all your classes on the screen. And what you're going to do, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the online learning course, ORN 015. You guys need to get this done within the first week of class, okay? Does everybody understand that? Your time zone will be central, probably -6, okay? So choose, for you, choose Chicago if that's what if that's what gives you an option for. I'm in El Paso, so I'm an hour behind you guys. Okay, when you get in, you're going to have your banner up at the top. It's going to say class home, plan, content, progress, grades, and tools, feedback, help, and more. All right. If you want to go to the home class, you go to class home. The plan is going to let you see your schedule in that class. If you have anything due in the next 2 weeks, it's going to show you. So you can see what's going on today, this week, this month, or a list. Then when you go, the one that you're going to be spending most of your time in is content. Everything comes from content, okay? That is actually entering into like the classroom itself and entering into the uh, getting into your textbooks. So you're going to see usually announcements will be posted here in the middle. On the left-hand side, once you've gone to content, you're going to see your modules listed. Module 1, Module 2. When you click on the module, then you're going to see the modules, the things you need to be doing in order. So in this case, you have two different things to do. So we click on 1.01, and then you have all your assignments in that section. Start orientation, okay? The tell, which is going to basically give you your objectives. The review would be your vocabulary. The instruct is your async lecture. The deepen is a couple of questions you need to answer dealing with that lecture that you're doing. And then the deepen is your discussion here. And so you need to do this discussion. And then you have your exit tasks and your exit ticket. So that would be one full lesson. So if I go to 1.02, the same thing. Here's my start, tell, review, instruct, and exit. So make sure that you're going through all of these. As you go through them in order, it will check them off. Okay? Are we good so far? Everybody understand where we're at? So you're going to go to content to do most of your work. And you're going to look at your table of contents over here and work through it. And that's how you get to your assignments. Now, if you want to know how you're doing, it will tell you what percentage of the required assignments you've completed. And here's the biggie. Everybody asks me this. How do I get to my grades? And you go to the grades, you'll find your points that you've earned, the grade in the course, and then any assignments that have been graded or that are past due. Okay? Now, if you want to go directly to an assignment, you can go to assignments. If you want to go directly to a discussion, you can go to discussions. If you want to see your announcements, you can go there. If there are any quizzes, which I don't see any right now, you would see them as well. And then you can see who else is in the class. All right. Any questions so far? What is the website, and do you have to use your personal email? No, you will use your login given to you by Stride, by K12, and your login is login.k12.com. And you're only seeing one class right now because that's the one you need to be starting on. That's the online learning. Within the next 2 days, by tomorrow, you will see your classes show up, because we're going to be starting homeroom orientations tomorrow, and you're going to be learning a lot about this stuff already. And so by next week, you're actually going to be getting into your classes according to your class schedule. Any other questions? Does everybody know their login for K12 for TVA? Okay, yeah, you need to know that. Make sure you're logging in. If you log in as under your learning coach's account, it won't count you for attendance. So it's very important that every day you log into your classes, you take a look at the assignments and complete at least one assignment so that you get attendance credit. Does everybody understand that? Great. Okay, so when the two questions are that you're going to ask the most, where do I go to find my assignments? Can somebody put that in chat? Where do I go to find my assignments? What tab am I going to click on up at the top? Anybody? Nope. That will take you there, but that's not the best way. The one that you need to use, does anybody else know? Content. Go to content. That's where you want to be. Okay? Now, the plan is your schedule. Those are the assignments that are coming up that you need to be working on. But to work through all of the assignments in your class, you're going to go to content. Okay? And then where do you go to check your grades? How do you get to the website that I am on? It's login.k12.com. Okay? One other thing, this little house at the upper left-hand corner will take you back to the front page of the OMHS. So when you go in there, that takes you back where you can get to your classes. You get to your classes, your live classes, where it says my schedule, and then you go on ahead and your um, get to your classrooms by clicking on classes. And the classroom I took you to was ORN 105. That should be like one of the only ones you're seeing. The other classes will show up by tomorrow. Does that answer your question? Did that answer your question? How do I get into the website you're at? It's login.k12.com. Okay, Brian, perfect. Anything else? These are usually where people get confused. I've had students that have waited the entire semester and they forget and they didn't get any assignments done because they never told us that they didn't know how to get in. Or at least that's what they told me. Okay. On the iPhone, it probably is gonna, you need to use the K12 app. There's a K12 app on the iPhone you can use, and I think it'll make it easier. You need to be doing this from a computer. You cannot do these courses off of an iPhone. You just can't do it. If you don't have a computer, you need to request one if you can. Um, yeah, you need to have a good device. Either you cannot do this on an iPad or on a phone. You just can't do it. You need if you don't have one, you either need to get one or find a place where you can get to one, or you're going to have to request one. And they do have them. If you qualify, you can get your computer for free, your laptop. So you should be asking for that if you need to. You can do that by checking with your homeroom teacher and letting them know you need a laptop. And do it today. The other thing is if you have bad internet, they can also, if you don't have internet at your home, they can get you a hub, um, and that'll help as long as you have cell phone service near your house. And they do that for free as well if you qualify. The fridge is less laggy than your computer. Oh, Okay. I think I haven't seen a message, so I think we're done. So you guys can choose another room, or you can stick around with me. Up to you. But I'm going to do this again here in a minute. You and your fridge are going to stay? Sounds good. Okay. Do I have new students in here? Do I have did anybody who just entered the room? Let me know. Okay. So I'm going to go back through again what I just did and show you how to log in. Okay. So let me log out. All right. To log in, we're going to go to login.k12.com. Are you all seeing my screen? Login.k12.com. You should have a username for yourself and for your learning coach. You want to put your username in and your password in. If you don't have any of those, you need to check with K12 and get them because they should have provided those to you with an email or to your learning coach. Do y'all get that? So reach out. Now is the time to reach out and let everybody know, hey, I don't have my password. I can't log in tomorrow. I don't know what to do. Now's the time. All right? Yes? Okay. We have okay. So stick around if you want to learn how to use this because I think we took a little bit too much time on the last one. But I'm gonna send it out to everybody as a recording. Okay, so let me go on ahead and get back in here and show you what we're doing, if I can. All right, there we go. Okay, so when you go into your OMHS, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. It says My Schedule on the left-hand side. Go there and you'll see any live classes that you have. You can also see any live classes scheduled for the week. Okay? The Classes tab is where you go to get your individual classes. The Classes tab. So right now you should see this class, ORN 015. That's where you should be working for the next couple of days. We need to get this done by next week. So if you go to where it says ORN 015 in your classes, that will take you to the classroom. This is like entering the classroom at your home school. The front page there is like going in the front door of your school, and then this is like going into the classroom. And then once you get into the classroom, you're going to have a class home. That'll take you back to the screen you're seeing here. Any announcements will be here in the center. Your any upcoming assignments are going to be listed, and you're going to have links here. If you want to know what assignments you're missing or are coming up, you can check daily, weekly, monthly here in Plan. The one that you need to know to use is content. If you don't take anything else out of here, you need to learn to go when you get into your classroom and you need to do your assignments every day. Go to every class and go to content and do at least one assignment if you can, or watch a video if you're flex or whatever it is you got to do, because that's how you get your attendance. and you have to sign in under your sign-in. You have to sign into OMHS daily and stay there if you can, because that's how your attendance is tracked. When you go to content, you're going to see your table of contents, and this is going to get you to your modules. In this case, there are 2 modules. You work through them in order, and then under the modules, you're going to see your sub-modules. So here's module 1.01. And then it'll tell you start, tell, review, instruct, deepen, and exit. Start is basically going to give you an orientation to that unit. Tell is going to tell you what it is we want you to learn. Review is going to give you vocabulary. Instruct is where you go for your lectures and any reading material. So this is going to be your slides. Okay. Deepen is where you go to answer a couple of real quick questions after you have completed the assignments. And then exit tasks is where you're going to find your the things they want you to do at the end. Okay. So there's a sample assignment here, and then there's like a student survey that they want you to do. So, and then I'm navigating in the upper left-hand corner to go back to the content. All right. So that is one sample lesson. You're going to get 2 or 3 of these a week that you need to complete at least, depending on the class that you're in. There may also be some reading that you have been assigned you need to do. So if you see anything you see in content you need to be doing, because it will check it off as you go through them. Understood? Okay. Now, where do you go to find how you're doing in the class? Progress will tell you the percentage of the assignments you've completed or the percentage of course. So if you're halfway through the semester, you should be at least 50% completed with the course. If it says 10%, you're behind and you need to be doing more assignments. All right. Grades is where you're going to go to see your actual graded work. So any assignments are going to show up in grades, and your current grade will show up here as well. Okay. When do zeros get put into the computer? Because that's going to make a difference in how that grade looks. When do zeros get put into the computer? Does anybody know? Mondays. If you have not completed your assignments for the week by Monday, you get a 0. But it doesn't stay forever. As long as you as long as you get the work done, they change that. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So grade zeros go in for the previous week on Mondays. And we put those zeros in to hold and let you know, hey, you've got to get this work done. Okay. Any questions? If you want to get out of your class and go back to the list of classes, you're going to go back to the little house on the upper left-hand corner, and then you can get back to your live classes. This is where your live classes show up, and then you can get back to your list of classes. Go through each of your classes every day. Any questions? You will see your classes coming up by tomorrow. Now, recording. Yes, we record every live session, or hopefully every live session, and then we release those recordings at the end of each day. If you are a flex student, and I don't know how many of you will be flex in the freshman academy, but if you're a flex student, that's you're going to be depending on those videos. School hours, 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock, your time would be, most of you are central. What do I mean? So classes start at 8 o'clock. Live classes, you need to look at your schedule to see what they are, what is scheduled, because on like tomorrow and Friday, you're going to be doing some orientations, and then next Monday you're going to be doing orientation. You can ask. We'll ask them. I'm going to go on ahead and close down the session now and go back. Okay, everybody good? So go back in, leave the session and go back into the main room, okay?